Welcome to Women, Wealth, and Entrepreneurship with Ariel, MBA. We want to increase your bottom line and create generational wealth that lasts way beyond you. It's 2024, the year of reinvention and domination. Our 2024 media participants include Kenya Simmons of Kenya Simmons Real Estate and T&J Industries Development and Contracting, Monique Gibson of Our Rising Angels Personal Care Home, LLC, Demetria Winters of Black Butterfly Queens Life Coaching, Yvette D. Best of Best Services Unlimited, LLC, Mica Williams of Mica Williams State Farm Agency, and Alicia Williams of the Dazzling Diva Collection. Again, welcome to Women, Wealth, Entrepreneurship with your host, Ariel Shaw, MBA. This is Season 5. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Women, Wealth, and Entrepreneurship Podcast. I am Ariel Shaw, founder and president of Southern Crescent Women in Business. Today we have Monique Gibson-Miller, and she is the proprietor of Our Rising Angels Personal Care Home. She's also been with us on Women Live TV for this past season, or this current season, I should say. And so welcome, Monique.
Thank you for having me.
I want to, for those who haven't caught Women Live TV, just tell everybody quickly who's Monique and what is Our Rising Angels?
I am Monique Gibson-Miller. We have our Rising Angels Personal Care Home where we specialize in dementia and Alzheimer's patients. We're located here in Jonesboro, Georgia, and we're looking to expand in the near future.
And your personal care home, who are your clients?
My clients are mainly veterans. We also have a couple of individuals from the Alzheimer's Center that we service. We also have respite patients that we give families sometimes breaks when they want to go out of town. So we pretty much specialize in helping families, cope with their everyday living.
All right, so we're gonna jump right in. This is a relaxed space. You've been on the couch for Women Live TV. I know that the cameras are a little intimidating sometimes, but you did really well there. Talk a little bit about why this space? Why personal care home? Why caring for elders, Alzheimer's, dementia? Why is this something that you want to do?
It's my passion. My grandmother raised us in South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, and all her life, that's all she did was help others. She never met a stranger. So she did take care of everyone, like giving out baths, dinners, a place to stay, everything. So everything that I've learned, from my grandmother, I pretty much pass it on here in Georgia.
All right. So yes, you have shared that story of your grandmother. It is something that, I would say when you have a big heart, sometimes you got to be careful about what that looks like. So do you think, is this where you draw the line, or is your heart big for everything?
My heart is my weakness. I'm always looking to expand and grow. So my biggest dream, is to own, a larger personal care home facility, have respite on one side and, personal care home on the other. I also, want to get into helping families cope, with different diagnoses when they need assistance or information on how to deal with their loved ones. Being in this field, we see everything. We see all kind of diagnoses every day.
Absolutely. And I was just talking with some other providers because they have now this product, I guess you could say. It's apparently across the US where you have, if the family has the ability to step in, you can actually hire them to stay home with their family. But what you do that's different is give families breaks. And why is this important? Because right now what we're seeing, with this sandwich what we call the sandwich generation, where people are caring for their kids and then caring for their parents. Why is having a space where you can say, you know what, I need a breather from caring for my loved one? Why is this so important?
It's important because it gives a family a balanced place in their life. No one wants to put their loved ones away in a facility or, anywhere. To think about it, it's like it's a guilty feeling. So to give families a peace of mind, knowing that, hey, you can drop off mom, dad, grandma, in a secure place where, they will be loved as if they're at home. It gives a family, a place of peace. So it's very important to, get the family, a lead way to say, hey, drop mom. And you don't have to go out of town or away. Maybe you just need a break just to breathe. And that's what we're here for. One thing we ask is that, 5 days in advance, maybe. And sometimes it's emergency. So we make it do what it do.
So again, that sandwich generation, we really find that it's so important that we provide information and knowledge about what that looks like, about making sure that you're setting up your parents, even talking to your parents now about long-term health care, about making sure that they have the ability to have, funds that are going to come in where they can afford this type of thing. So uniquely right now, you're dealing with veterans. Most times when veterans, and as a daughter of two veterans, I understand that they're going to get a little bit more, as far as, benefits than people who may be working and didn't save. So how does that work? And how did you even get into the space of working with veterans? And why is that unique for you?
It's very unique for me. My husband is a veteran. My brother is a veteran. We have several my children are in the military. So it's very important, me network with veterans because I've been there, all my life. I experienced, the different ins and outs, ups and downs with veterans. So I hold them near and dear to my heart because, they serve a purpose here. They pretty much paved the way for us. So we go out daily to the VA hospitals and kind of sit with families, reassure them that, hey, are you guys thinking about, personal care home, a nursing home, even respite? How can we be a part of you to help you out, help relieve some stress from you? How can we help out with meals, babysitting, like daycare, anything? But it's near and dear to my heart.
Absolutely. We definitely appreciate those who serve.
Absolutely.
They always say service sitting free. And, daughter of two veterans, but don't realize that the family serves right along with that soldier. So, if you have two parents that are deployed, there's a child that doesn't have their parents. So,
Absolutely.
You got to think about all of that. And so again, any opportunity to work with veterans, we definitely support that, appreciate that. So tell us a little bit more about Monique and what you have going on. I know you do some work with your husband in 1941. Can you tell a little bit about what that is?
Absolutely. My husband and I, we have a clothing line. It's called 1941 Clayco Clothing. And we specialize in children, men, women, LGBTQ community. We just want to support everyone. And it's pretty much a family owned business where we're trying to reach everyone and kind of bring them in to let them know that, hey, we're family, South side, North side. But it started off, right here in Jonesboro, Georgia. But we want to embrace everyone, let them know that, hey, we're a loving family and we welcome everyone.
So why 1941? What does that brand stand for?
It's considered the South Side. It goes from Tar Boulevard all the way up to Zebulon, Griffin. So pretty much it's 1941 because since I moved here to Georgia, we've been living on 1941.
So 1941 is an actual location. And so it's a little bit of your story, and this is where the brand came from.
Absolutely.
So again, Just want to make sure that we are understanding everything about the brand. And how does it feel to work with your husband? I mean, is that a challenge? I know sometimes with working with spouses, it presents challenges. What does that look like for you?
It is the best feeling in the world. He's funny. As you know, he's funny. He's hilarious. There's never a dull moment. When we meet our clients, our customers, it's like they gravitate towards him. So it makes the business a whole lot easier. And we kind of mend, the personal care home and the 1941 Clayco clothing. So it's a joy.
All right. All right. Well, that is really good. How have you guys been doing all of your businesses?
Oh, well, we have the mortician background as well. So I moved here in 2001, went to Gupton Jones Mortuary College, and pretty much, worked with various funeral homes, various family members. And my husband, he was right by my side the whole entire time, even though he doesn't, too much indulge in the mortician side because of, stories untold. But it's been a joy. We've been doing in business now, I said, 15 years together.
Wow. All right. Awesome. So, and you have a pretty big family. And you mentioned that you are the parent of veterans. So tell
Yes.
us a little bit about your children.
We have two older children in the Marines. They're both stationed in California. So we have LaShanti and Irvin. They're both stationed in California. And we also adopted three children, and we have a set of twins. And I'm happy to say that we have a brand new newborn that we just adopted 1 month, 1 week.
Wow.
God is good. God is good.
So I have to ask, my goodness. Now, it's one thing to have your own kids. It's a whole nother thing to say, I'm gonna have my kids plus some other kids. What tell us a little bit about where that came from that you even want to even go down that route.
My grandmother. I give all credit to my grandmother. Born and raised in Charleston, South Carolina, she was just a Southern lady. She never met a stranger, and she's always inviting and taking someone in, whether it be man, female, male, children. She never, ever met a stranger. And I'm happy to say she passed it down to.
So, Monique, this is Women, Wealth, and Entrepreneurship. I had to ask, with all that you're managing, how are you able to manage it effectively, as far as building the wealth side? So I know sometimes something, and wealth may not be money. Wealth could also be family. What does that look like for you? I mean, are you just tell everybody, what does that look like? How are you managing it?
By the grace of God. um, prioritizing the business, family. You really can't balance, am I gonna be mom today? Am I gonna be, the boss man today? You just have to do it. So scheduling, our daily activities. There really isn't a balance when it really come down to what I have to do today. We just do it. Through marketing and networking with different people, we just do it. We don't have a plan. We just make it happen.
All right. So that's the schedule side. So from the entrepreneurship side, because your Our Rising Angels is fairly new and you have your other businesses, is this sufficient to take? Because now you have a family of 9? Is that right?
8, 9, 10.
Are we adding more businesses? What are we doing?
Ooh, well, we have our Rising Angels personal care home. We have the transition homes, and we also have 1941 Clayco clothing. So we're always looking to, do new things, and we're also an author, 2 times author. So, like I say,
you're an author now. You're
Woo-hoo.
an author of Mompreneur.
I'm saying all thanks to Southern Crescent Women in Business. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, so basically you're building your portfolio while building your family. That's what
Yes,
I'm hearing.
absolutely.
And the lesson is it can be done.
It can and will be done. Yes.
And so, I've heard it a couple times. It's not about balance. I heard it on, we had another guest on where they said, it's not about balance too. It's about work-life integration, because some days you're going to have this and some days you're going to have, focus on other things. What helps you stay somewhat grounded, and what helps feed back into Monique as a woman? Because you're allowing other people to drop their family members off so that they can take a break. Where do you get a break?
I am glad to say that my husband and we have no problem jumping on a flight and flying out. I can say that the business is well taken care of by our caregivers and our family members. He often takes us on trips, maybe to Florida, Myrtle Beach, where we're nearby all our life, or we'll go somewhere to Virginia Beach. So my balance pretty much comes in when it's time for him to just take me away, where we go from here to the grocery store. As long as I'm not in the building, I'm relaxed.
Okay.
So my husband and we good to go.
All right. All right. So what is it that you want to leave for other women entrepreneurs? What type of advice?
I want to tell you to always put God first, your family, and your business. You can't go wrong. Always remember that, anything you think you can't do, you can do. I'm a living witness. Never give up on yourself. Always put God first and you got this.
Never give up on yourself. That's good. All right. How do they find you?
They can find me on Instagram, Our Rising Angels PCH, or you can find me on Facebook, Our Rising Angels, Personal Care Home.
All right. Is there anything else that you want to share?
I'm always looking to market and invite new family and friends in. So if you ever need somewhere to place your loved ones, Our Rising Angels, your last stop.
All right. It has been a pleasure, Monique. Again, this has been another episode of Women, Wealth, and Entrepreneurship Podcast. We're available on all major platforms. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Again, this has been another episode of Women, Wealth, and Entrepreneurship with Ariel Shaw, MBA. Thank you for joining us. And if you have not, download our new theme song, Women in Business theme song by Miss Lacey. You've heard it here, and we are so excited that you've joined us. Thank you and have an amazing day.